Welcome, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, to our third take of the Montreal by Night podcast. I am your storyteller, Tyson Fraleigh, and you, of course, know the cast. You know the magnificent Jonah.
Hey everyone, get in the comments and demand the first two cuts.
The vivacious Brenten Edwards.
I got vivacious? Fantastic. Good morning, peeps. I'm definitely on board with Jonah here.
And of course, the ostentatious Takeshi Fukushima.
Hello everyone, I will third what Ethan and Brenten said. Get on Twitter, tweet out hashtag release the first two cuts.
Yeah, tweet at Zack Snyder. Release the first two cuts.
And now that we've put this conspiracy theory into the world, let's go to our recap. Last time on Montreal by Night, the coterie was still split up, as it were. The coterie was able to storm Notre-Dame-des-Bassins before quickly incapacitating 3 gangrel members and killing 2 Nosferatu. The party then attacked Esther, who was the baron of the gangrel clan, before Talisen was quickly able to diablerize her. The party then had a heartfelt reunion where Talisen was able to forgive Nakano's seeming betrayal, depending on your perspective on it, before all of them were able to dash out from the church, hop back into their military jeep, and drive away. At which point the coterie arrived at the apartment, where you guys were able to take a nice long rest from a hard day of work down in Point St. Charles. And that is where we left off. At which point, as you guys find rest, Asher, please roll for premonition.
4 successes.
As you rest, and you're able to find some sort of torpor, as it were, you find yourself welcomed into darkness before light. You can see that it is sunrise for Montreal. You can see the skyline. You can see the streets of Montreal filled with people, walking, going to work, going to school. You can see the light illuminating brilliantly in Place Jacques-Cartier, on Rue Sainte-Catherine, across the entire city. And it's bittersweet being able to see such beauty but never be able to touch it. And it starts distantly, but there's a shine, a glimmer of something. You turn your head and you can look to what looks like the top of Montreal, but the glimmer is distant than even that. Behind it, seemingly. And that is when the screams begin. They're dim at first, but they quickly build and build and build until there is nothing but these high-pitched wails, just continuous screams of pain and agony and fire. Fire spreads entirely across the city, burning through buildings, covering bodies of mortals as they are caught up in the flames, this torrential storm of flame and ruin. And you watch as that glimmer grows brighter behind Montreal, as you can see what looks to be a shining sword, composed entirely of flame, a figure standing at its apex, wings of fire spread out in full, as they just look down to their creation. As Talisen, you feel something kick into your leg. As you immediately jolt upwards with your survival instincts kicking in, you immediately smell vitae, you smell the blood, you feel that deep hunger before you're able to collect yourself. As you can see, standing before you seem to be two members of your herd, what look to be Dixie and Mixie. At which point you can see Mixie look down to you and say, Danny? Danny, are you up?
What are you on, mate?
The city's going nuts. It's all over the news. Can you check on it? We don't know what to do next. We got some ideas, but
what's and I'll sort of get up and sort of, scratch my head in that way that when you're conscious but only about 25% awake, you're sort of like, what? And I'll sort of hastily put on my English accent, be like, what's happening? What's going on with the city?
it's all over the news. It's just gone crazy.
All right, hold on. And I'll stumble out. Firstly, is it dusk yet?
No, you can see all of the curtains are still drawn. It seems to be early morning.
All right, hold on. Wait, tell me about it. What's going on? And I'll sort of fumble for the TV and try and find the news.
You can see the two other members of your herd, Barbara and Trixie, kind of sitting down on the sofa as the TV is on, as what looks to be the news channel has been put up, just a small local station. As you kind of sit down, you can see the herd kind of gathers around you, almost creating some sort of almost like a protective shield around you. At which point the two anchors look towards camera, and as you see the one on the left, this gentleman, hair slicked back, nice suit, kind of begins to speak. Breaking news from the city of Montreal. Police are asking for everyone to please remain indoors. The downtown sector has been placed on an indefinite lockdown. It is unclear of the cause of these riots that have spread throughout the city. However, public health officials have deemed this a public emergency. We have field reporter Angela Rourke downtown to be able to give us just a brief look at what's going on. Angela, which point you can see that there's this woman with ringlet brown hair, slightly tan skin, kind of, as she's holding the microphone close to her chest, she seems to be wearing some sort of protective vest. And you can see that there's a large amount of police officers surrounding her. As in the distance, you can see what look to be people just in a craze. There are people throwing bricks. You can see people in struggles fighting against one another. There are cars that have piled up on the sides of streets. You can see that there are just army of people on what looks to be Rue Lionel Gru. As Angela just kind of looks to the camera. Thank you, Don. The anarchy out here in Montreal on the streets is absolutely baffling. We have multiple instances of assaults taking place against citizens of all varieties. There is massive destruction here. Cars have piled up due to multiple accidents going all the way down through downtown. There are multiple people beaten and bloodied on the streets. Police officers are trying to get a hold of the crowd. However, nothing seems to be working. There have been discussions of getting their upper echelons of riot police ready, but they're not entirely sure how effective it will be. Officials have started to note that this may indeed be a terrorist attack of some sort or other. It's very unclear. Everyone, please stay inside before there's a cut as there's this wild scream and this just massive call of anger and just this massive roar before the camera tips up towards the sky from the seeming impact and then goes dark. At which point you go back to the newscasters as they kind of look. Angela, are you there? There's just silence before. Angela, if you by any chance can still hear us, please call the news station right away. Please inform us of your safety. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay indoors. Do not allow what is happening outside to affect you or your family. Lock your doors. Barricade yourself in if necessary. Keep yourselves away from these streets. At which point the newscaster places a hand next to his ear as he kind of looks forward. Mesdames et messieurs, we are now getting a live broadcast from the mayor's office. Please take a look with us. This is live happening right now. As it immediately cuts to a live, looks like press stage of the mayor's office. You can see that there's multiple desks set up, the flags behind them. You can see that the mayor is sitting at this massive desk with what looks to be some sort of glass shield set in front of all three different sections. You can see that there are 3 chairs at this large desk, but there is only one occupant as the mayor is sitting in the centermost position. You can see that there are multiple microphones set in front of him as he just leans forward and looks out to the crowd. Mesdames et messieurs, our city is at war. Our city, over the last months, has been overtaken with violence. People have been attacked on the streets. There have been criminals who have not been put away properly that have now decided to rally against all of us. I wish to have a special friend speak with everyone now. You might have seen his videos placed up on line earlier today. I would like everyone to please appreciate Monsieur Bouchard. As you can see, stepping onto the podium, Monsieur Bouchard, like hair kind of done back, like very business type, as he comes on stage and sits down beside the mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start off by saying thank you for coming in today. And I want to thank you for listening to my words this morning. I appreciate everyone who has watched the video and has now made it trending online. I am simply here to speak a truth, a great truth, that there are some in this city who do not want to be seen, that have been hiding. And it's time for us to take action against these criminals. My focus back at Westerly, when I was studying, was focused predominantly in criminal psychology. And I want to enforce that these are dangerous criminals. We believe that they might be even taking part in cannibalism. We require, if anyone knows anything about locations of these figures, to please notify the authorities right away. We are requesting anyone who may not know anything at all, please stay in their homes, to please not do anything foolish. This world is worth saving, and we might be in dark times now, but a beautiful future is coming. And as he says this, Talisen, I need you to please make an intelligence resolve check.
Unswayable mind. The user gains a mythical ability to resist any attempts to sway them through mundane charms, coercion, and wiles. Some exhibit unswayable mind as a zen-like calm, others as a supernatural stubbornness. This power also works against supernatural abilities such as dominate and presence. I'm adding my fortitude to that roll.
And also please take a +2 as well.
Okay, 5 successes.
You're watching the TV as you feel that familiar tethers, almost hooks. Those insecurities kind of poking in, just, is that all we are? Are we just monsters in the night that everyone seems to think we are? We are, aren't we? It might be time to give up. And that thought is at the crux of your brain, seeped, entrenched, and anchored.
Ah, shit.
Right now, the best thing that you feel you could do is to give yourself in. And to notify people that Asher and Nakano are here as well.
Okay, now is this weighing in on is this greater than survival instinct or less than survival instinct?
It's less of a direct order as of this moment. It's more of like, it's almost like a deep guilt or like something that you can feel weighing on you.
All right. Okay. Based on this, I'm going to turn to the two on the couch and say, I'm not even going to say it in the accent. I'm just going to please leave us. Just go. Just I need a moment. I need just.
All right, sweetie. We'll be just outside. So they just kind of wave to each other and they begin to head out the door. The TV program continues as Bouchard continues to sit there silently as the mayor. Thank you very much, Monsieur Bouchard. Next up, we want to enforce a strict curfew. For the downtown area, we are on full lockdown. No one leaves their homes. Anyone caught outside their home shall be arrested on sight. We are in extreme measures. We shall be enacting tonight the Initiative de contre la criminalité. With this in action, areas around the city, such as La Salle, La Chine, Verdun, Point St. Charles, shall be given a strict curfew of 5 p.m. Everywhere else shall be put on full lockdown while you are within city limits. While this is going to be happening, based on the severity, we have called a military expert here on the part of suggestion from more of our local sources. If you can please welcome Alexandra Capaldi. As you can see, a brown-haired woman step off from the side, very business attire as she sits down. Kind of like red-brown, slight bob that kind of goes to the back of the neck. You can see that it's got a little bit of a wave to it. You can see it's clear that she's a very takes no bullshit kind of person. You can see she has what looks to be a scar that goes down the right side of her forehead, as she just looks out with these like very icy blue eyes as she kind of leans forward. Well, before I begin, I want to thank the mayor for having me and for taking my guidance based on your current situation. I am not here to enact martial law. I want to make that known first and foremost. I am here to work with the police commissioner and the different divisions of your police force to make sure that you are protected throughout this city. The actions that are going to be going on here are extremely dangerous. We do not want any sort of civilian casualties, and thus is why we are asking everyone to retreat into their homes. There shall be a call line set up if you have any information about any one of these figures that might be involved in this cannibal violent cult. Regardless, it is important to recognize if you hear gunshots in the streets, do not attempt to run. This is going to be main protocol. Everyone must understand that we are facing the greatest enemy that we could possibly be facing within the city. Lethal force will be enacted, and thus your safety is our top priority. Stay in your homes, keep the news on, and continuing to listen for updates. We shall be supplying more information as time goes on. Thank you very much for your consideration and your listening. Just kind of gives a nod as the mayor, once again, claps lightly. Thank you, Madame Capaldi. Mesdames et messieurs of Montreal, please listen to our warnings. Do not go outside until it is deemed safe to do so. Continue to watch here. I, myself, Madame Capolti, and Monsieur Bouchard shall be giving you updates throughout this entire event. And once again, I must truly enforce, please, if you know of any locations, if you know of anyone who has been acting strangely, only nighttime activities, please let us know immediately. Thank you very much. And at which point, both Monsieur Bouchard and the mayor stand up and begin walking out through a hail of questions. From which point you see it jump cuts back to the two anchor people. As you can see, they're suddenly sitting much more rigid. You can see their eyes are staring forward. As you just see the woman say, "We would like to enforce. Everyone, please stay inside. Stay calm, and do not." And at which point, the rest of the program continues with repeats of what is being said.
Okay, so upon watching this, given what has happened to me, I'm first going to get the nearest thing that I have that's reachable and just hurl it at the floor. I'm then going to the point of like having to do like a rouse check or a blush of life to start sobbing on the sofa as I'm in this state of distress. I'll get up and start wandering the apartment, and I'm making noise, like I'm banging, and I'm gonna go find. Like I can see where the other lads are. Correct.
Mm-hmm. I will say something very interesting to you. You're down on the ground and you're feeling that sob coming out. And as you're kind of expecting the blush of life, you're just kind of like thinking about it and you're just like holding that blood, that vitae that you have access to, and just wondering like, is this like just about to use it before you feel your face get wet?
And I'll rub my face. Yeah, sorry, I'll rub my face.
And you look down and you see tears. Not many, but maybe one or two.
What the hell is going on here? Asher! Nakano! I'll just call out.
As the shouting begins, that's the moment, Asher, when your premonition ends. And you immediately are kicked up by the sound of the smashing and also of Talisen calling. As Nakano, you hear this distant voice in your toper, very gently at first, before it becomes louder and louder, and you're pulled out of your toper.
Yeah, Nakano's been having a very nice sleep thus far.
Yeah, any bard's tongue as I come out of torpor or anything?
Interesting. Yes. Do you speak it?
Yes.
You just simply feel on the end of your tongue, this is the end.
I see the herd in here?
No. You see that they are gone. You simply stand up, go into the living room, and you see Talisen on the floor, wiping his face.
Whoa. Scry the soul.
Okay. What is the roll for Scry the Soul?
Intelligence plus Auspex versus composure plus subterfuge.
Oh god, okay. Yeah, no, it's not great. Oh, great, I only got one success too.
That's probably for the best right now. 3 successes.
No, am I answering them or are you answering them in this case?
Storyteller answers them. The emotional state of the subject.
Deep sorrow.
Whether the subject is under the influence of blood sorcery or other magic.
Yes. Dominate.
And with that, can I tell if it's similar to the dominate that was on Frederick Lake?
It's stronger.
Nakano's up.
Yeah, I'm here.
I really hate to do this again.
What is going on here?
He's been dominated. I don't know by whom.
That's impossible. We were the only ones here.
And in the background you can hear, It's all over. We can't. It's all over.
I take it back. He's having sad boy hours. It was definitely Bouchard.
We cannot go on. We must surrender.
Here, I'm going to try something, but maybe get a steak just in case. And I'm going to cloud memory.
Can I hear this?
No, we're talking very quietly in the room, unless you're using heightened senses. I'm going to try to cloud memory and make him forget the last few minutes, to try and make him forget when he was dominated, hoping that I was woken up quickly enough.
Okay, how many minutes does it say?
It just says the current moment as well as the last few minutes, enough to mask a superficial feeding or a chance meeting. No new memories are formed, and if pressed, the victim realizes they have a few minutes missing. I roll charisma plus dominate, which is not good for me, and he rolls wits plus resolve.
I'm rolling 8 dice, buddy.
You're rolling 8 dice? I'm rolling 3 dice.
I just picked up 3 in fortitude.
Folks listening at home, are you ready for 3 crits right now?
Yeah, there we go. Oh no! Oh, holy crap! Where were these rolls earlier? So I got a grand total of 8 successes in that roll.
I was recording just in case it was 3 crits, but it's just 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Talisen, please make a willpower roll.
Oh, okay. Am I just rolling a d10, or what am I doing?
You're rolling a number of dice equal to the amount of full willpower boxes you have.
4 successes out of 5.
You do not enter Rage Frenzy as you look up towards Asher, and there's that beast moment where you feel someone trying to interrupt your mind, trying to stick the talons in again before you see it's Asher.
No, I literally, Asher has poked his head out of the other room and just pointed like through around the door frame and just said, "Forget." that was it. And he's just poking his head out.
So the feelings of the talons immediately retract by the just wild strangeness of Asher's chosen way of speaking, as you immediately feel that rage just immediately dissipate into the absolute goofiness of it all.
So I'll be crying, and then I'll sort of look up and I'll sort of growl and snarl as that rage frenzy almost comes to the fore, and then I sort of regress back into my melancholy, and I'll say, "There's no use, Asher. It's all over the news. The city's on lockdown. They're looking for us.
Did they post our photos, our descriptions? What's going on?
We need to surrender."
Surrender to who?
Bouchard was on the news. We need to surrender. There's riots in the streets.
Asher goes around and kneels in front of Talisen and just holds one of his takes one hand in his hand and takes his other hand and puts it on the back of Talisen's neck. Talisen, look at me.
I'll turn over and I'll look at Asher, and Asher will be able to see there are actually tears in my eyes.
That's dope as hell. Actually. That's crazy. What? Wait. Okay, we'll come back to this. Talisen. No chains. No masters. And then I'm going to try and use that Obeah ability. The vampire soothes the mental or emotional turmoil of their subject, restoring them to a modicum of steadfastness.
I'll say, based on the effect of this ability, you have the possibility of being able to entirely eliminate the condition that is on Talisen. The DC is 8, but if you get less than that, then you're able to reduce it a little bit.
No pressure. Okay, I got 6.
Can you blood surge?
My blood surge only adds 1 dice.
Surge or willpower or...
I can blood surge and willpower. No, I'm just giving him the assist. He recovers willpower equal to the margin of the... So he requires... He regains 4 superficial willpower, so 2 full.
So Talisen, as you feel Asher beside you, you feel that stress and that endless fear subside slightly. It's still there, but it's no longer the front-facing thing inside your mind. Oh, I'm sorry. Asher, add +2.
For what?
Why is he adding 2 dice?
Great question.
That's a crit. That's a crit and a fail. Oh, that's 8 successes. Oh my god.
As Talisen, you feel that entire weight in your mind unlatch itself and fall away entirely as that insecurity just dies at your feet, at the hands of your dear friend.
I'm gonna sort of lie there on the floor. You know, I'll be like on all fours on the floor, and I'll sort of look up at Asher, still tears in my eyes, and I'll look up and I'll say, "Thank you, my friend," and I'll go give him a huge hug, like one of those full, full embrace, tight hug, the lot. This is the best mate hug. You've done an incredible service.
From the other room, you just hear, Asher, how's it going?
You look in at Nakano. He looks different. A little bit. His skin is less stretched across the bone. You can see the nails are a little shorter.
Nakano, you're looking pretty good. Have you had some work done? Have you been speaking? I know there are some plastic surgeons in the city. Have you been visiting one?
What the hell are you talking about? Why are you two looking at me like that? Do I have something on my face?
Could I do an occult check?
Asher, I will say, you're not entirely sure what's going on.
Clearly. But anything I might have picked up from my little interview with Bouchard? Anything about like the particular scripture he was quoting, or like how it might relate to rebirth?
No, nothing like that's coming across. But as you're kind of thinking on all of this, you kind of feel something on your back. As you kind of reach back and you touch where the stake went through. And you can feel that at this point it's mostly scar tissue. But you feel something as you bring your hand back and you see blood. Not vitae, as it's just like a rich red color before you touch back and you see it goes, then it's suddenly this deep purplish back to your usual vitae. And you're having this thought, you've been spending a lot of time in Point St. Charles under the guidance of someone who has true faith. If you've been welcomed back into that community, maybe there's a possibility, however small, that this is reducing your vampiric nature.
Is it nighttime?
No. It is daytime.
Both of you step into the other room, please.
Do I, while I'm hugging him, do I hear anything or feel anything?
Make a heightened senses roll.
Yeah, is my heart beating?
That's what I'm thinking. 1, 2, 3, 5 successes.
You lean in against Asher's chest. Nothing. And then... boop.
I'm going to, with both hands... Is it just the one that I hear?
Just one.
I'll sort of... I'll have him in the hug, and then I'll grab him by both hands and just be like... and just put him at arm's length and be like, what the hell happened to you?
What? What?
You... And I'll sort of lean in really close, and I said, I heard a heartbeat.
I think I have to test something. Go into the other room with Nakano. I have a theory.
All right, but you call me if you...
I have to test a theory. Go into the other room, close the door, and take dish towels and put them underneath the door.
Well, all right. I just don't to lose you again so soon after getting you back, brother. Okay. Good luck, Fratello. And I'll get out and I'll close the door and I'll put some towels and everything at the bottom of it.
I pull a curtain aside.
Okay. Are you pulling it across your entire body or just like a hand?
Across my arm? Yes. I am... No, you know what? I'm not preparing anything. I'm just opening the curtain.
Okay. You pull the curtain back as the light comes across your body. There's a moment's pause. You feel a tingle, the slight touch of warmth across your body. You open your eyes and you can see the street illuminated fully in sunlight. You see the park where you can see multiple people seem to be walking around playing. You can see a neighborhood. Beautiful. And then the heat gets stronger and stronger until your entire body begins to shake as bits of smoke begin to curl off your arm.
I defy Bane and close the curtain.
Okay.
Asher, are you alive in there?
More alive than ever, it would seem.
No.
Guys, what is going on here?
Nakano, look in the kitchen mirror.
Okay, but if this is some sort of elaborate prank here, I go and look in the mirror.
Okay. Nakano, you immediately look at yourself in the mirror, and you're very used to... Like, you've grown accustomed to a very strong harshness in your face. You're used to seeing the very tight, like, cheekbones, like the sides of your skull, the skin wrapped in tight against it. You're surprised by what you see. Your skin is still incredibly pale. The skin is still tight around your skull, but it's slackened a little bit. More of a plump. A familiar level. You kind of smile and you see that the once blackened gums across your mouth have dimmed slightly, going a little bit closer to a pink. Your teeth are still gnarled, jagged and pointed in various directions, but it's a little bit less yellow. Your eyes still wide, vibrant, but the color diminishing closer to a long forgotten color. And your fingers, not much shorter, but slightly less elongated, more stubbed, accurate to the size of your palm.
What the hell is this?
I guess there's only one more thing to try. Asher, can I tag team with you?
I'm not interested in you that way, Talisen. But I appreciate the forthrightness.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door again and be like, Asher, I did not hear you shouting in pain.
I was able to stand fully in the sunlight. I saw people playing in the park. I saw clouds. I saw a blue sky. And then I started to burn.
I had feeling, not mortal level of feeling. I realize I'm hot-headed for like a member of the kindred, but I cried.
My theory is that remaining so close to true faith is making us more mortal. It doesn't seem to be infringing upon our abilities. And so I have a bit of a crazy idea.
I think we need to have a round table or something.
Yes, you need to tell us what the news was.
Speaking of which, as you say this, you hear bum ba as you look back to the TV and you see the two anchors are back.
Is that the same clarion call that I heard in all of my visions?
Damn close. As you see the two newscasters standing there, now backs entirely straight, very intensely looking forwards. Mesdames et messieurs, here we have received some breaking news that we are looking for 3 ringleaders located throughout the city.
Let me guess who the damn ringleaders are, huh?
God damn it.
The first individual is known for his small bookshop in occult writings known as the Nightly Nook by the name of Asher Haynes. Seems to be a member of the local community up on St. Cat's. We are looking for more information about this individual to be able to describe to you. The figure seems to be around 5'8", about 150 to 160 pounds, brown hair. If you have seen this person in kind of motions, and then there's a picture of Asher about to walk into the, essentially when Asher enacted his premonition in front of Therapy Caron, you can see the image is focused on your face there.
With my eyes rolled back?
No, it seems to be the moment after. They didn't want to absolutely traumatize the audience, as it were.
My eyes rolled back, filled with vitae.
The second individual is known as Talisen Sforza. However, this is believed to be an alias, understood also under the name of Daniel Cavill, also known as Danny Cavill, the former rock star who was thought to have perished last week in a massive apartment explosion. However, it has been determined that this individual is most likely caused the murder of the individual inside and therefore burned the remains as a way of hiding the body. If you have any information about this individual, Talisen Sforza, please contact authorities immediately. Last but not least, we have one individual known as Roy Nakano. He is known to be a taxi driver around the city. However, that his taxi has been repossessed and will probably be acting under some other strange vehicle. Roy Nakano has a very distinct look of him, so if you see a individual, as per the photo we shall mention here, as you can see a top-down view of Roy dragging Talisen into Therapy Caron.
I thought for a second I was gonna be his taxi driver ID.
That photo, by the way, is it a good photo of me?
It is a rock star picture of you stage diving into the crowd.
I'll sort of look for a while, and I'm like, it's a good photo, but they just can't get my nose right.
Here's the thing, everyone. For me, all press is good press. I'm sure the bookstore after this will be doing very well.
You look quite a bit healthier.
And on the upside, Nakano, you don't look like that right now.
I can't believe they took my taxi.
It is unfortunate that they released our images, because I have something crazy I want to do.
Of these 3, there are also known associates of each of these individuals that are wanted by police for questioning.
Oh no.
If you have any information for Estelle Lavoie, who is the director of St. Columba House, located in Point St. Charles, she is a person of interest, as well as one known as Sébastien Dubois, who is known to be a known affiliate of Asher Haynes.
Wait. Whoa, what?
As well as there are 4 individuals by the name of Dixie, Mixie, Trixie, and Barb. As you can see, your 4 members of your herd are popped up onto the screen, as these seem to be of groupies of Talisen Sforza. Last but certainly not least, this individual is known to be a domestic American terrorist on Canadian soil. If you please can notify anyone about the presence of Bo Durham, as you see Bo, the guru's face, come onto screen. It would be of the highest volition, and these individuals are persons of interest. Please do not attempt to come into conflict with them. They are highly dangerous. Please notify the authorities as soon as possible.
I will summon my groupies, because they should just be like outside the front door. I didn't send them away to disappear forever.
Nope, just outside the door.
Oh, they're going to be so upset with us.
I'll summon them.
Mm-hmm. You see the door like creaks open slightly as the 4 of them try to like shuffle in before pushing the door shut behind them, having opened the door like the slightest amount that they could have. Captain?
My crew.
Did you all watch the video that Talisen watched? That Danny watched?
Yeah, we were the ones to tell him about it. We thought it was awful.
You watched it and nothing. It didn't make you really sad. You're good.
No, it just made me very disappointed that they would rub our dear Danny's name like that.
Does Taliesin catch Asher and Nakano up on the curfew stuff?
Yeah. Now that they're present, I'll say, all right, my loyal crew. I have a conversation that needs to be had with all of you. However, we do have some guests in the other room. Would you be so kind as to watch them from afar? Please do not touch them. While I converse with my associate here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking to the other 2. It's just crazy. You know, those 2, they're just so tall and just so mighty. So sorry. We're the loyal crew?
Trixie, you're 6'3" in those heels. You're much taller than me.
Bitch, you better believe it. And I rock it from top to bottom.
Oh, Trixie, you do rock it from top to bottom.
You do, for sure. Could you just, in the other room, there's 2 dudes with like wood through their chest. Could you just watch them and leave it there?
Literally just stand at the door. Do not go inside. Watch them both. Do not touch them. If they move, if anything happens at all to them, you tell me.
Sweetheart, we've done harder things than this.
You walk around in those heels all day. That's much harder than this.
I'm sorry, bitch. Have you seen these calves? And she just kind of strikes a pose, kind of just showing very muscular calves.
Asher applauds.
I'm just gonna lean over to Asher and say, look, in fairness, Asher, she does have fantastic calves. Trixie, you have fantastic calves.
Thank you, Trixie. We're just gonna chat in here.
Come on, girls.
I wait until she's out of the room. I don't give a shit about her calves. I like the energy, okay? Everything is very depressing right now.
First things first. Estelle.
So, this is the crazy thing I was going to suggest. You're saying that a curfew begins at 5 p.m. We need to make moves before that. I was thinking we call her, try and convince her that we aren't cannibalistic murderers, and if our transformation is caused by her faith, then I was wondering if we could convince her to bless us in our endeavors. And hopefully that would convey enough protection to us for us to get moving.
Potentially so. Also, look, I'm sure I could be persuasive enough. Are we going to did you want to let her in on our true nature? I'm sure she suspects something.
We may have to tell her everything, which is crazy. First off.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Okay, so I'm thinking we need her to bless our endeavors, and we need what protection this faith can offer. And I also... There are 3 Nosferatu back there. Gangrel Nosferatu.
They are members of the Gangrel clan. I would hazard to guess, probably the last 3 members of the Gangrel clan.
I want to eat before we go into this.
That's actually something that I would like to discuss as well. Now, I'm assuming that you diablerized in your time.
Escape.
In your escape, see?
Yes.
I thought as much. Have you found... And, Nakano, please do not be alarmed, my friend. And I'll sort of look over with concern and put my hand on his shoulder. Have you felt a certain thirst in the presence of the kindred since diablerizing?
No, not personally.
Because I have.
In the presence of us?
In the presence of kindred.
Okay.
And I believe this would be in part due to the transformation. I have not tested this. I do not want to expose either of that to you. I believe it may have had something to do with the use of the heart.
I am not proud of performing that act. I was not exactly well in my escape. I had just realized that Sebastien had been turned.
See, what happened to you, my friend? Please, explain to us. Give us the rundown.
Oh, we talked about scripture. He baited me with the knowledge that the one mortal I actually cared about had turned to his side, whether willingly or not. And then staked me to a chair and just talked at me endlessly.
He does that, doesn't he? Did he try to dominate your mind as well?
He tried.
See, likewise. He did not succeed that time. However, I believe this morning he may well have succeeded. Thank you, by the way, for releasing me from that.
Nakano, Talisen, I do not suggest this lightly, and I gesture towards the room with the 3 gangrel. But our enemy is ungodly powerful. And the gangrel chose their side.
Oh, I agree.
We are not executioners.
Bouchard killed Clarky just because he spoke to me, just because he had met me before. Those that are with him have chosen their path. And if we want to resist, this is something I need to do. I don't want to push that on either of you.
You're going to diablerize all of them?
1.
I will take another. Nakano, will you join us?
Where is the line, Nakano? If you tell me it is here, I will not do this.
The line is this. Our enemy is willing to sacrifice any number of lives to get what they want. And now you are suggesting we do the same. That is my line.
What would you propose we do with these prisoners then? They are torpor. They are not aware. They don't even know that their baron is destroyed. I believe we could potentially get some valuable information out of them. However, once they are back to life, we once again need to subdue them.
Asher sighs and says, just a few days ago, I would have tried to sway them to our side. But I'm so tired of this. My allies are either turned or taken, other than you 2. What if we free these and they go back to Bouchard, tell him our location?
I think 1 foot in each camp here. On one hand, they are prisoners in a conflict. The entire city is out for us now. We hardly need 3 more powerful opponents. We have also, I have also destroyed their master. They will hardly side with me. The place I can see them going is out of vengeance.
Wait, Talisen, why was Sebastien on the news?
He was said as a person of interest.
But the two of you saw Bouchard had turned him?
No. The last I saw of of Sebastien was when we arrived in Bouchard's office. He was having a discussion with Bouchard and being advised as though he was one of a survivor of an abusive relationship, whereas he was the victim and you were the abuser. And he left. He walked out free. He didn't appear to be under duress. He appeared to still be human. That is what we saw. Nakano, can you add anything to this?
If they are looking for him, he has escaped them somehow. I don't know. Why would they need Sebastien? They already have so many others who you care about.
Are they just trying to bait me into contacting him? Or did he really escape them?
Well, who, though, really? It was Sebastien and us, the Banu Hakim, and your cafe, and the Gangrel, of course.
The keeper was not mentioned on the news.
No, you're right, she was not.
The Garou were mentioned.
Just Bo.
Oh, just Bo. No, see, you're correct. No, Richie. Richie was there when, let's see, Richie, Verity, and the other one, the Wash. See, grazie. She was not mentioned either. It was only Bo, the leader.
I think it's time for us to make some calls.
Well, and I'm just going to start pulling burner phones out of my pockets. You know, like the magician pulls the cards, pulls those like eternal cards out of the pockets.
Oh my fucking god!
Like a handkerchief. It's just burner phone after burner phone.
I would like for us to contact Frederick Lake, Tyler Sawadas, the Guru, whichever contact we can get.
What about Ryan and Keeper Naylor?
I am unsure if Ryan's particular origins would be beneficial against Bouchard or if they would be a liability.
I think I should try and contact the other Toreadors as well. They've not been mentioned in all of this. And while they somewhat they did not communicate with me, they've not actively attacked us as well.
Unless the rest of the community of Kindred is completely enthralled by Bouchard, I don't know why they would accept these announcements. These are a clear breach of the masquerade.
That's true, and we have always, despite our affinity for the spotlight, we've always done our best to maintain the masquerade.
I will contact Ambrosia.
For what reason? Are you going to draw her out into a conflict, or are you going to try and make peace with her?
It is as you said. None of us kindred should be happy with this announcement. Perhaps we can get her onto our side.
Nakano, I spoke with her before, or once you two entered the therapy office. She seems to be the second in command of all this. At least on the Kindred side.
I support Nakano's attempt to contact Ambrosia. However, I believe she should be deposed, not brought into becoming an ally here. And I'm terribly sorry for suggesting this, Nakano, if she can be toppled, and you could be put in command of the Nosferatu, we gain probably the most numerous kindred faction in the city.
All right, Nakano. This is the line. No easy answers. If we're gonna do it, we'll do it the right way.
I will place a hand on both of their shoulders and just nod solemnly.
Let's talk to these three, and then we'll make some calls.
How about you two make those calls, and I will talk to them?
Do you want to talk to Estelle, or shall I?
You talk to Estelle.
And perhaps I will talk to Tyler as well.
I'll talk to. Well, I got on fairly well. I made a fairly decent breakthrough with Tyler.
Okay, I'll talk to Lake then.
Oh yeah, fucking hell. Look, why don't we just speakerphone and do it together?
That sounds good to me.
Alrighty. In which case, for Asher and Talisen, who are you calling?
I think Estelle.
In which case, you call up the director's office as you hear a... Hello?
Hi, I'm an old friend of Estelle's. I saw her on the news. I just wanted to check in. I know that the things that people are saying about her can't be true.
Just a moment of pause. It doesn't seem like it, no.
Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Miss Lavoie.
Estelle, there is no easy way to say this. We are concerned for your safety. You, in your kindness and generosity, took us in a moment of need, and unwittingly, it may have placed you in danger. We wish to repay your kindness. We do not want danger to befall you.
Estelle, I am sorry for all of this, but I promise you, as someone who has looked you in the eye and someone who has tried for much of their life to do the right thing, I promise you that we are trying to help people and protect people despite what it may appear as.
We believe you are owed an explanation. There are these falsehoods on the TV. Well, there are plenty of falsehoods on the TV. We value your safety, and we also would like to make sure you are protected, and we would like to have an honest conversation with you about what is going on.
I'll say one of you can make a manipulation or charisma persuasion check.
Yeah, charisma persuasion, because we actually do want to have a conversation with them. We're not bullshitting.
So take a +1 because Asher is helping you, and take another +1.
Seven successes. Fucking hell.
7 successes. Okay. You hear there's a pause before she says, "Yes, I think I would like a conversation. Perhaps we can have it park across the street."
I am afraid that because of part of the explanation, we will have to be indoors, and you may have to come to us.
All right. In which case, notify Trixie I'll be coming along.
It wasn't where you and Trixie were acquainted.
Oh, of course. They reached out over the past few days. They're the ones who left the package, so...
Which package?
The swords from Nakano.
Left them at Point St. John at St. Colonna House?
Yeah, because we were staying
Oh my
there.
god. That's so bizarre. Okay. All right, we will do so.
Grazie mille, Estelle. We will keep our eyes open for your arrival. We look forward to hearing from you soon. And please come alone.
I'll come over right away. And then hangs up the phone.
Talisen, she already thinks that we're potentially serial killers or something. You didn't have to tell her to come alone.
Look, I was honest with her. I was trying to be as honest as humanly possible.
Unhumanly possible, yeah.
Inhumanly possible. See. Alright, who's next?
Lake and Tyler?
Lake, and Tyler. C. Lake first.
Yes.
All right. Is he coming to us or meeting us on the field of battle?
He might be in torpor currently, or resting currently. But we can try. I hate that we're up right now.
Let's try. Actually, hold on. Both of them will probably be asleep, no?
Yes. However, Tyler's partner may be there and might pick up.
Fair enough. Let's try Tyler first then.
The phone rings. Once. Twice. 3 times before... Hey. Hello?
Hey, Tyler. It's Asher. Shit's real bad.
I got that impression.
Here, let's catch you up. Windmill spins. We tell him everything. Like I said, shit's real bad. We're probably gonna die. Wanna come?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Where are we meeting?
Oh, where are we meeting? Are you familiar with the Westmount, Summit Woods? It's, just across from St. Joseph's Oratory.
Yep.
We haven't planned this out. I can't believe you're saying yes, honestly. We appreciate it. Don't let me talk you out of it.
Look, you guys came to see me and... Well, put bluntly, you didn't act like a bunch of assholes. It was nice.
Do you know what a black spiral dancer is?
No?
It's like a fucked up guru. It's like a big, scary, bad guru.
Alright.
It's like corrupted. If there is anyone guarding that area, it'll be them. If you can get your hands on some silver bullets.
I can certainly look. It's going to take me a little while, though, but I can have a meal, I suppose, infuse some of the weapons that we have. Don't have very many.
Just be careful, be on the lookout. We're going to try and get some of the regular guru to come help us out. But you will know the black spiral dancers when you see them.
Interesting. Okay.
Just so you know, hitting them with a forklift works really well.
Good to know. All right. Well, okay. In that case, I'll get stuff together and I'll have Emil get word with the mages. Maybe they can come to the assistance as well.
Has she joined the Magi?
Still initiate, but she's learning.
What has she heard about Sebastian?
You can hear it kind of distantly, like, "Hey, hon, what have you heard about a guy named Sebastian?" You can hear some distant talking. She said that he vanished a little while ago, but apparently people are looking for him now.
He was either turned to the side of or dominated by Bouchard. But he was in the news as a target or as a accomplice today, so he may have escaped.
All right, well, I'll definitely let them know.
Just keep an eye out for him if he does reappear and say he's back with the Magi.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're also inviting Frederick Lake to the party, the guy that massacred the Kindred. We're buds now, and he's gonna come help too. Don't freak out when you see him.
Okay.
He's a scary dude. You know, Tyler, I've really enjoyed this phone call. I feel like we don't talk enough, really. If we're alive later, let's have a chat, hang out. Tyler, let's say 11 p.m. in the Summit Woods.
Absolutely. And happy Halloween.
I'm really glad I said before midnight, and I'm really glad that it's Halloween.
Wait, so there's no trick-or-treating this Halloween? Tyson, you monster!
Hasn't Montreal had to do this enough times? Jesus.
Think of the children!
And last up, you have Frederick Lake.
Ring, 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 ring.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring. Hello?
Mr. Lake, how are you today?
Could be better. Why are you calling me?
Hey, it's Asher. Everything's real bad.
You remember that day that we spoke about not too long ago, where your assistance may be required?
Cut to the chase, Flappy Lips.
Fair enough. Shit's fucked. We're going to Kubu Shard. Do you want to come?
Yes. When?
11 p.m., Summit Woods, next to the oratory. Couple other allies joining. Be on the lookout for Black Spiral Dancers, kind of a corrupted guru. Yeah, bring weapons if you can.
Bring all of your guns. Everything you've got. We are going to need it. All right. Well, good talk. Sleep well. See you this evening.
Asher starts to talk more and Lake hangs up. Do we have Bo's number?
Yeah.
Let's call Bo, and then we'll switch over to Nakano in the other room. Oh, also, do I just have Samuel Height's phone number by any chance?
Right, Samuel Heights. Which one was he?
He's like the boogeyman, but like, he didn't write like a cell number on the inside of his journal. It's not. There's no if lost return to and then a phone number.
Sadly not.
Just invite the scariest dude in the world.
At which point you call Bo. She immediately answers, and you guys just seem to just know how to stir up the worst trouble in the world. You know that?
We might die tonight. Want to come?
I guess I'm in. Damn it. Okay. Look, just tell me where I'm a little busy right now. Just tell me where.
Are you safe? Are you all right?
Within reason. I'm fine. I'm here with Verity. We're figuring some stuff out. Where should I meet you guys? Where should the team meet?
Push for. How confident is Asher that it's going to go down at St. Joseph's Oratory?
The way I'll put it, all of your visions have been leading there.
Because I, as a player, am really scared of putting all my eggs in one basket and being like, everyone go to 3 blocks away from this, like, oratory, and if it's somewhere else, we're screwed.
I'll say there's definitely something very significant attributed to that place. If there's other things going on, they might come up. But as of the moment, that definitely does seem to be a place of interest.
All right. Meet in the Summit Woods, but be prepared to move. Also, the gangrel that were guarding Montreal, they aren't going to be an issue anymore. So whether we succeed tonight or not, you guys can take care of the Cairn.
Crystal clear. All right, I'll see you guys then. Look after yourselves. And at which point the call ends.
You know, Talisen, I think that all went really well.
I was expecting. Well, I mean, look, we still have Estelle to come and have a conversation with us.
Yeah, but you know what? I went through a really dark moment there for a second. But I'm feeling... Man, Talisen, I was going to go back there and kill a dude.
What? You mean in the back room right there?
Yeah, I don't know if it was like some residual stuff from like delving into your mind when you were dominated, or oh man. Thank God for Nakano.
See, he is quite a bright spark, isn't he?
Ring. Ring.
Doorbell or phone?
This is Asher's phone. Oh, no, Asher has the fucking...
Asher doesn't have a phone. Nice try. Asher has a landline with a wiretap detector attached to it. This is well established. So you know what, Tyson? You know what? You can eat shit. I think that Asher's primary allies would have access to Talisen's contact information.
If it's, I mean, look, we've been associated for what, 50 years? 50 years.
50 years with Asher?
Since 1970, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's known that we hang out together.
But, I mean, yeah, but, like, if this is, like, Talia Bauer, then, no, she is not going to be able to get in contact with me.
Although, if it is Talia Bauer, I am also the, was it Lord of Lost Children?
Yeah, but you haven't met her yet.
Oh, I haven't, no, have I?
Yeah.
I just rolled for it. This person rolled pretty high. So I'm going to say, Talisen, your phone begins to ring.
I'll look at Asher and I'll say, all right. What was that? Touch wood and all that?
We're so popular today, Talisen.
I'll pick up the phone and be like, oh yeah, you've reached Danny's phone. How you doing?
Moment of pause. Mr. Sforza, I presume?
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
See, yes. To whom have I the pleasure of speaking?
That is of no importance as of the moment.
Well, you know my name. I think it's appropriate that I know yours. I'll put her on speaker.
Okay. You put her on speaker, kind of put it down. You should be careful, Mr. Sforza, with who has access to such numbers. It didn't take me long to find you.
Does Asher recognize the voice?
Yes. You haven't heard this voice in decades. The last time you remember hearing this voice was in Italy. This is your sire.
Oh, great.
Is Asher with you?
Hey, Vi, how's it going?
Asher, you've grown quite a name for yourself.
Yeah, I've been meaning to reach out, but you told me not to, so.
I'm simply calling because I hope that you both have the necessary requirements for being able to hide yourselves, no identities and such. If you're with Mr. Sforza, then I expect you're within capable hands.
See, I certainly have the means to acquire, and indeed have been working on acquiring, identities. And to be able to do so very quickly.
What do you expect from us, Violetta?
At this point, I don't know what to expect. All I will say is this. Whatever you're going to do, win. Click. And about this point, we jump over to Nakano. As Nakano, you enter the bedroom. As the calls are happening on in the background, as you see the 4 members of the herd or the royal crew, as it were. Now you can see the 4 just kind of looking down towards them. Well, shit, ain't this just a sad lot?
Dixie, Trixie, Mixie, Barb.
They all just nod one by one to you. So, Sweetums, what are you thinking of doing with all these cats?
Hopefully something that will work. And I will go over to the one in the center. I will place a foot on their chest and I will yank the stake out, but I won't throw it away. I will still keep it an inch away from another point on their chest.
Okay. As you yank it out, the person immediately, as the gangrel immediately underfoot, you see that they're now, as they begin writhing in pain on the floor.
I would not encourage moving at this moment.
You can just see them flexing all their muscles.
I would recommend staying where you are for now. Are we of an accord?
See, looking down to, like, what looks to be buzz-haired gentleman, numerous scars and scratches all across the face, kind of looking up to you, one eye that's like this vibrant yellow and one that's like a greenish color, as he just kind of, yes, oh.
Good. I will be treating you as the representative for the remaining gangrel vampires.
Sure. God, what did you do to me?
You were placed in a state of torpor by being staked to the heart. It's an unpleasant experience.
Why am I burning? Oh, it feels like everything is burning me on the inside.
Oh, yes, my apologies. We are currently within an area being affected by true faith. It will be very unpleasant for you while you are here. I will lay out some facts for you right now. Your master, Baroness Esther, is destroyed at the hands of my allies. Her master, the conductor, Mr. Bouchard, has broken the masquerade and revealed the existence of kindred to the city of Montreal and has effectively declared war on us. Now, me and my allies are going to find the conductor and we are going to end him. I am offering the three of you the chance to make amends for the pain you have caused this city by joining us in this endeavor.
Make a manipulation persuasion check.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes, okay. Kind of looks a little bit confused at you. We'll fight. We'll fight for you guys.
Good. And I will place his stake over my back, and I will take my foot off of his chest, and I will say, "Take the stakes out of your compatriots, and then wait here. We will call on you when we're ready."
What about the higher ups?
The higher ups.
Yeah. What about Marsh and Benoit and Mills? What about him?
They are dead.
Huh?
They were killed at the conclave.
Esther said that they were creating a shadow coup.
I'm sorry.
She said that they were behind everything and we had to stop them. We had to stop the Ravnos because they were the members of the power and we were going to become the barons and look after people and look after everyone.
Esther lied to you, you poor boy. Marsh and Mills and Benoit are dead. Esther was inspired by the conductor to seize the reins of power in this city. She manipulated you as deftly as the conductor manipulated her.
Why would she lie?
Because she wanted power. And the people who want power will do anything to get it, no matter who they have to step over. And I would like to place a hand on his shoulder.
You can see that there's an instinctual flinch before he stops. I thought we were family. We all believed her.
I know you did.
See, begins to stand up, kind of wincing. I'll unstake the others. And then, still almost wrecking from this sickness of the true faith, begins to go over and unstake one of them as the woman there, kind of this blonde hair with a strong undercut underneath, kind of puts her down, like holds her down and just kind of begins whispering in her ear about everything as you are able to exit out of the room.
Wait, before we exit, I want to turn to them and say, Esther was working with Ambrosia. Do you know where she is?
You see the both of them look to each other. No, sorry.
What about the conductor, Mr. Bouchard?
Who?
Never mind. It's not important right now.
You see the members of the herd are outside the door just... Well, sweetie. Fuck me sideways with a giant dildo. You did great in there.
I'm not familiar with that expression, but it sounds like a compliment. So thank you.
It's kind of similar to the same way that you can say, slap my ass with a rubber chicken. It's in the same vein.
That one is even more esoteric. Let's just keep going.
Like, just more of them? I've got a whole, like, little bank of these things. Like, tickle my toes and call me Susie.
It
Flick my
Mixie,
bean
please.
and go to the farm.
I'm walking away.
Well, as you guys reconverge inside the living room, getting ready to speak with Estelle, who you can hear is walking up the front steps right now, just about to open the door. That is where we'll leave it off for next episode.
Are we the only kindred in Montreal capable of making insight checks? Oh my god. I was I stood up out of my chair during that conversation with Nakano.
Just out of like, oh my god, or just more like, oh my god damn all of you?
Both. It was when the gangrel thought that the other barons were like still alive. That's what got me. Like how deep the lies and manipulation went. But Esther too? I don't believe that Esther was hoodwinked.
Yeah, but she was just lonely. That's the thing, she believed what she wanted to believe, so that she wouldn't be alone anymore.
Okay, yeah, but there's a long path from being lonely to, like, actively manipulating people into, like, committing, like, war.
Both Ambrosia and Esther sacrificed their entire clan for a bit of power, or because they were dominated.
Well, before we start going off too much off the deep end with who's who and who's alive still in the city, is there anything people would like to plug?
I would like to plug The Cold. It's great. I miss it. I would also like to plug October Jones and Fish with Legs, a all-ages fantasy podcast that you can listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, on our website, octoberandfish.ca, and wherever good podcasts are found.
I would like to, once again, plug Get Your Vaxxers, guys. Crazy world up there. Probably going to be a bit better once COVID's out of it, so let's get those vaccines. And also, drink water, eat somewhat healthy food, and get plenty of sleep. Look after yourselves.
In a similar vein, please just take a minute and just like, everyone deserves like some self-affirmations. Just like think of like 3 things you like about yourself, because you deserve it and you're a wonderful person.
Check out more episodes of Montreal by Night. You can check them out either at The Bag of Loot, at thebagofloot.com, or check them out on our YouTube channel, Three Kings Loot. Get all your board game news from thebagofloot.com, all of your board game needs from threekingsloot.com here in good old Montreal. With that being the case, thank you all so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.